hate losing. I try to win and lose with class, but man, I hate to lose. You tend to remember those. That's the sad part. Tend to remember those a little more than. We got a bunch of wins. I've been a part of a million wins. Somehow or another, man, there's a few losses along the way. I can't shake them. I just can't get rid of them. I'll think about something. Well, I'm like, now, how did we win that game? What was the score? But man, you ask me about one of them losses, I'll tell you right now. But when you're a competitor, that's just sometimes the way it is, and probably also we're not used to losing, and I hope we don't ever get used to losing. We expect to win, but I think that the fun is in the winning, as I say all the time. There's no question about that. We had a lot of fun around here last couple weeks.
Coach, Fuller was the starter in the opener. His carries have been real limited the last couple of games. Coach Elliott says he's really pleased with the way he responded and embraced his role in pass protection situations. I'm sure he's going to make some big plays as well down the stretch, but how important is it to have a guy like that in the running backs?
It's great. I mean, he's our most complete guy. He really is, and that's why he started the season. But you got to take advantage of your opportunities, and he didn't do that. Put the ball on the ground a couple times, and we got a very competitive situation, very competitive room, and he hadn't got as many opportunities as of late. He's a very critical guy, and has done some good things, and I don't have any doubt before the season's over he's going to be very impactful for us. Feaster and number 9 kind of took advantage more of their opportunity and were separated a little. But we love CJ, and he was a starter for a reason, and that reason is still in him. He's just got to take advantage of his opportunities, but he is definitely the most complete guy. And he's been here. He's whatever 4th year. He's tough. He's an outstanding zone runner. He's got excellent hands, but he really, really is a good pass protector, and that's an area there's no big secret. We got to get better. You protecting our quarterback. I mean, last year I think we gave up like maybe 17 sacks all year, and we've done a poor job of that this year. Now our line's giving up 4.5 sacks. The line gets all the blame. They've given up 4.5 sacks. The quarterback's taken way too many sacks. I think he's taken almost 5 sacks by himself. Receivers giving up sacks, and our backs, I think we've given up almost 5 sacks with our running backs. And so it's an area we've got to improve. Some of it is knowledge, some of it is technique, so that's an area that we need to grow the second half.
What are some of those losses that stick in your head, and what did you learn from them?
How much time we got?
However long you want.
I can go a long way back, man. I can go way, way, way back. I can go far back as you want. Little League, I remember them. Painful losses, but there's a lot of them that stick out in my mind. Obviously losing the national championship game. Losing at Auburn in 19. We had never beaten Auburn at Auburn when I was at Alabama. In 1997, we got the game won. And Bruce Arians was the offensive coordinator, we called a play right there at the end, led the whole game, the little screen, guy fumbles it, they get the ball, guy kicks like a 50-yarder to beat us, 2 seconds on the clock. Being at Auburn in 2010, had a couple at Florida State, obviously I guess that'd be 2014 down there, unbelievable. We lost that ball game, so I can go on and on and on. There's a lot of close ones, and then there's some just flat out butt whippings too along the way that stick out.
Yeah, well, I'm late, and if you already addressed this, please move on. But Clemson's inflicted upon Tech and Paul Johnson some of the lowest rushing totals he's ever had. The last couple of years? What has been your method to that, and is this team capable of doing likewise?
Well, great players. I mean, we've had a bunch of good players that have bought into the scheme. you know, what it takes. I mean, you know, this is not easy defense to play. I mean, you got guys getting cut left and right, being able to play the cut blocks, being able to change your thinking of how you've been coached all year long to now, you know, it's option football and taking the type of angles that you have to take and defeating blocks, and eyes are key in different things than what you've been keying all year long. It's just there's a different discipline that it takes, and you know, Brent has done an awesome job of you know, just changing some things up, tweaks here and there to kind of keep them off balance just a little bit. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to our players. I mean, our players have just been able to win some matchups because it always comes down to execution. And we've just been able to, you know, do a good job. We've created some turnovers, and then, you know, and then offensively, that's sometimes your best defense against these guys because they're going to be a 4-down territory offense, goal line to goal line, and then, you know, offensively, if you're 3 and out, and you continue to give these guys the ball, you're in for a long day. And if you're turning the ball over and giving them short fields, and we've seen that. I mean, we had we lost down there a few years ago. We had, 2 pick sixes where the offense didn't even step on the field. You're in for a long day, and that's exactly what happened. So it's a combination of you know, team effort, but certainly just your players buying into what they have to do, play after play after play, and then being able to just win the matchups. Because at the end of the day, it still comes down. I don't care what you do. It comes down to, can your guy block their guy? Can your guy get off the block? Can you tackle him? Do you play with discipline or do you not? You know, that's what it comes down to.
You said you were pleased earlier with how the players have responded over the past 2 weeks. What indications have you gotten that lead you to brother?
Well, just being with them every day, and just you know, the meetings that we've had, a couple senior leadership meetings, and just seeing, you know, we've had some tough coaching, and seeing how they responded to that, watching them practice. You know, I mean, I think that's as big an indicator as anything, is just, you know, how they practice, how they flush a loss, you know, taking ownership of the things that they control. So, you know, just a lot of things that I think are good indicators as far as how they've responded, and you know, just continuing to put the work in.
Did you get a chance to address the locker room video that leaked to social media with them?
Oh yeah. We had a chance to address that.
Is that a good teaching moment about?
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, we don't. I mean, first of all, I mean, it's an old video. I don't even know when it was shot. It's an old video. You had a couple walk-ons in there with a little too much time on their hand, and you know, we all have raised kids, so you know, sometimes young people have a little too much time on their hands. They do stupid stuff, and you got a pair of boxing gloves laying around. Next thing you know, you got a boxing match going on. You got a mat on the ground. Sometimes boys especially will start wrestling and goofing off. I mean, it's just, it's been going on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It just, somebody had a video of it and put it out, and it was brought to my attention. Obviously, it's something that we don't tolerate that. It's just, like I said, them being goofy and goofing off down there. But you know, I told them, I was like, you know, you buy a house, you know, you go to school, you get that job, you get married, you got your family, you're getting on with your life, and man, you finally, because of your name and your credibility that you've established, hey man, you got a bank's gonna loan you $300,000. You know what? You just got to bring them 30. You're gonna bring them 30,000, and you're gonna own a home. Isn't that awesome? I mean, that's, and they're gonna own your name. And so now you're excited. You move in your new home. You get some furniture. You go down and you get the, you know, no interest for 4 years at wherever, and you get the furniture, and you're excited to come to your new home, and here you go with your life. Are you going to push the furniture out of the way and invite the boys over there and say, all right, boys, let's wrestle? You know? I mean, you're not 6. We're not 10 years old. We're not 8. You know, we're grown men. So what happens? Couch gets break. I mean, you know, it's not a frat house. It's not a romper room. And so that's kind of how I told them, this is a new house. And it's really nice. And that locker room's not a romper room. This ain't kindergarten. And so, yeah, I don't think you'll have any more problem with that.